$12 an hour for a coding agent, $100 for an engineer. I keep seeing that on slides and it is wrong. Let me show you the arithmetic. Start with the agent side. Sonnet 5 costs $2 per million tokens going in and 10 coming out, and that price is now permanent. Run an agent hard for an hour, and the token meter reads somewhere between $4 and $12, depending on how much it writes and how much it rereads. Now the engineer. In the United States, the median software engineer earns about $64 an hour in base pay. Add employer taxes, benefits, and equipment, and the cost to the company lands somewhere between about $70 and $100 an hour. I will use 100 as the top of that range, and I am saying United States on purpose. In India, the same seat costs closer to $10 to $13 an hour. In the UK, about 40 to 50. The country changes the answer, so the calculator at the end lets you pick yours. Back to the slide, 8 to 1, and most of the room nods. Here is where we are going. First, what 1 hour of agent time actually buys you. Then a small team's first real bill. Then the one number that changes the whole comparison. And at the end, a calculator you can use on your own team, plus one question I want your answer to. Let me introduce a team. I am going to call them Northline. They are made up, but every number in their story comes from real reported data. Northline builds a scheduling app for clinics. 3 people, 2 engineers, and a founder who still writes code most afternoons. Small, busy, and like every small team this year, curious about what a coding agent would do for them. In May, they turned an agent on for all 3 of them, and they budgeted the way the slide budgets. $12 an hour of tokens, 40 active hours a week each. Call it $2,000 a month for the whole team. In exchange, they expected to ship about twice as fast. That was the plan, and on paper it looked fine. The first invoice was not $2,000. Uber ran the same experiment this spring at a much larger scale, and Forbes reported what it cost. Their average engineer used $150 to $250 of tokens a month. Their heaviest users burned $500 to $2,000 a month each, and one demo session ate $1,200 in 2 hours. Northline's founder turned out to be one of the heavy users. Her line alone came to $1,800. The team's month landed near $3,500. Not a disaster. But 75% passed the plan, and nobody had asked the more important question yet. What did the tokens actually buy? So what did they buy? An agent does not ship code. It opens pull requests. A person reviews each one, and it either merges or it dies. So stop counting dollars per hour. Count dollars per merged change. That is the number that tells you the truth. A study of pull requests on GitHub last September measured this. Agent-authored pull requests merged 84% of the time overall, against 91% for humans. Not bad, but it depended a lot on which agent. Across the agents in the study, the merge rate ranged from about 83% all the way down to about 45%. And the ones that did merge took about 20% longer to get from first review to merge, with more reviewer comments along the way. The tokens are cheap. The person reading the output is not. Tibo from OpenAI made a related point on X yesterday with pizza. 2 identical pizzas. One is cut into 8 slices at $2 each. The other into 16 slices at $1.25. The second one advertises the cheaper slice, but the whole pizza costs $20 instead of $16. Different models cut the same text into different numbers of tokens, so a lower price per token does not mean a lower bill. His conclusion is the same as ours. What matters is the price per successful outcome. Run Northline's month again. Say the agent opened 60 pull requests and 2/3 merged. 40 merged changes for $3,500 of tokens, $87 each. That looks great. Then you add the review time. Each merged change ate about an hour of a $100 engineer, and the 20 that never merged still burned review time on the way to being rejected. Add it all up, and the real cost per merged change is closer to $240. So the $12 hour was never $12. It was $240. $240 per merged change sounds terrible, until you ask what the engineer costs per merge change. If your team ships about 8 merge changes per engineer per week at $100 an hour, that is $500 a change. In the US, then, the agent still wins. It just wins by about 2 to 1, not 8 to 1. Run the same numbers with a $13 an hour engineer in India, and the agent loses. That whole margin lives in two dials you actually control: how often the agent's work merges, and how many minutes a person spends reviewing each change. So, what would I actually do with this? 4 things. 1. Stop budgeting agents in dollars per hour. Track dollars per merge change per person every week. 2. Route the routine work to a cheaper model. Sonnet 5 at 2 and 10 is one option. GPT-5.6 Luna is 20 cents in and $1.20 out. Grok 4.6 is 2 and 6. DeepSeek V4 Pro off-peak is 66 cents and $1.98. Any of them clears the bar for the boring tasks, and you save the expensive output tokens for the changes that deserve them. 3. Put a per-person monthly cap in place before finance does it for you. Uber's landed at $1,500. 4. Measure review time. If a change costs more to review than it would have cost to write, the agent did not save you money on that change. It moved the bill from the token line to the payroll line. I built a calculator for exactly this. Put in your token prices, your merge rate, your review minutes, and your engineer cost, and it tells you your real dollars per merge change, the merge rate where the agent stops winning, and a per person cap you can defend. It sits with the other 3 calculators from this channel: the true cost of a demo at scale, the routing spread, and margin per customer. Link is in the description. One question before you go. On your team, which meter would you rather show your finance lead next quarter? Dollars per hour or dollars per merge change? Hour or change? One word in the comments, and if you have the number, tell me the number. Tomorrow, the price that changes by the clock.